Hello, subscribers, viewers to the DNA channel. We talk about family trees, DNA. What I wanted to talk about today was Facebook groups, Ancestry, and the amount of people with wrong information, no fact-based evidence. We can go to Facebook groups. People will go back to 22 generations back. I will claim they're from a royal noble line, etc., etc., with no facts, no document. I was bored the other day, so I went back through a certain person's line on a Facebook group. I got down to a certain generation, then I noticed the word King Arthur. Right, okay. I thought I'd leave it there. Then, a few weeks later, I've done another line. I thought, oh, someone else has put another line there. I'll just go back, verify it quick, just for something to do of an evening, to see Robin Hood. Wow. Now I'm getting into that frame of mind where I'm checking every post on that group and going back to a certain generation. You don't have to verify. You only have to go forwards from kings and queens, because a lot of that's documented already, especially if they're very famous or it's after the 15th century. A lot of that's documented. To find out people are adding non-existent lines to these lines. And then I've gone on to Ancestry just to have a little check. And people have been doing the same on Ancestry, adding people. Adding an extra brother and taking the line off that, or adding an extra sister and taking a line off that and going forward with absolutely, I'm in disbelief at this. I'm in disbelief at Ancestry. I haven't got an algorithm to say you can't put that there. You can't add someone without fact, verification in that century. Because some of these people they're adding in the 18th century and going backwards. They're adding extra brothers, extra sisters. I've had this with a normal family tree where people have added extra brothers, extra sisters. It's only 3 generations ago in one of the trees that I've done on my grandfather's line, but this bloke has added an extra sister. Now, I knew all these people. They was the older generation when I was a child. My granddad's brothers and sisters. I met them all. And this extra sister put me out of sync. It actually slowed my tree down, because I'm thinking was there an extra sister? Now that generation have all passed away, it's many years later. I'm thinking, was there an extra sister? Was there an Ellen? I don't remember an Ellen. I've asked my mum. Was there an Ellen? No, I don't think there was an Ellen. There was only the brother and the 3 sisters, plus your granddad. So where's Ellen come from? The person that added it, inadvertently, I don't know, or mistakenly, added this extra sister to my granddad's side. And it's like, wow. When I've gone on to Through Lines, many months later after that episode, it's knocked everything out of sync, because they've got totally different grandparents for this Ellen, who they've added to my granddad. So I've got my granddad's grandparents, John Patrick and Patrick before him, and John Patrick and another Patrick before him. And he's totally added a different set of grandparents, and it's through my tree out of line. But instead of Ancestry saying, no, you're correct, you're all verified with documents, it keeps on giving me, and it winds me up, it keeps on giving me the same information that my grandparents aren't right, or my great-great-grandparents aren't right, because this guy has gone totally off on a tangent. Same surname, but totally totally gone down a different path in life with these people. Now, I was lucky enough because I got my great-grandfather's army war medals to verify his name. And we've always come from that particular area for a good 300 years in Whitechapel. And a particular surname in Whitechapel. It's very common. And, wow, absolutely screwed my tree over. So I just thought I'd give you that bit of information on Ancestry. And, yeah, and Facebook groups. They've also, pretend experts have also turned their hand to GEDmatch groups now, where you've got many GEDmatch groups with different ethnicities. There's one that really winds me up at the minute because it's called the Romani GEDmatch group or the Romani match group or something like that. Anyway, it's to do with Romani, the ethnics of the Romani population in Britain. And now on my nan's side, I knew we was Romani on one particular line. It was a proper Romani, old-fashioned Romani line. I've actually grown up with not the Romani culture, but the Romani traditions indoors, what my nan's carried on, without realising it. Because she's learnt them off her mother, and she's learnt them off her mother, and she's learnt them off her mother. So it goes back, the Romani line on that particular thing. I joined the GEDmatch group ages ago, a good 3 years ago, to find people were going on that group and trying to match up. They're trying to find an identity. This is what I've worked it out as. People try and find identities. They're a bit lost in themselves, and maybe their father's died or their mother's died or both parents have died, and they've got no information to go by but word of mouth. Now, some people like to embellish where they come from and stuff like that. That's what I found on the Romani GEDmatch group. And it's quite mad. That's another one to watch out for. I'm just giving you things to watch out for in this video. Mistakes that you can make. The GEDmatch group is there's someone that matched on there and said, oh, I'm Romani, and we match. We match at 0.3 centimorgans or something. It was really low. So it must mean this is what the other person's messaged me. It must mean it's about 12 generations ago. I can't go back that far, 12 generations on my Romani line. I can go back about 10. I can't go back 12. And it's mad because they don't match. When I've put their GEDmatch number and tried to match it up, I don't know what system they was using. We match nothing in common. Bearing in mind that my father's Basque and my mum comes from a mixed Irish background with a Romani line in it, Irish lines in it, and there's not very much English. It's not very much. It's mainly all Irish. And I'm thinking to myself, how does this person think she mixed them? When I found her, I've actually found the same person on Ancestry. No match. Yeah, but I can get her tree up. Look at her tree. There's nothing in common. So this is where you can go mad on GEDmatch as well when someone messages you and said, oh, I'm from that line. The same as the Romani Lee line. About 5 grandmothers back, my nan's Rebecca Lee from Shoreditch. That's a Lee line. That's a Romani Lee line, not just any old Lee line. It goes back to a guy called Underwood Lee. Verified it all backwards and forwards, and since I've put that up on Ancestry, I've let it go for about 2 years now, and when I go back to it and see other people that's put that, they've actually took the Ancestry line and put it as their line. They've added an extra brother, an extra sister. When you go back on some of them, the mum has got about 20 sons and about 14 daughters. And that's how Ancestry can get so mixed up for people. Why? Someone explain to me why they do this. All I can think of is they're looking for identity and they're misinputting information and inputting information which they shouldn't really do. Remember, this isn't about hate, it's just about observations. I've not got a problem per se, but I've got a problem because it does screw up people's through lines. It does screw up facts. It screws up fiction over fact. Their Ancestry believes fiction over fact. A lot of the times my through lines has gone absolutely wonky because of it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Take care. God bless and good health. And happy hunting for your family members. And facts and verify. Remember to verify everything, people. Come on. It's not hard. And if it is hard, hit a brick wall. Just hit a brick wall and leave it. Go on to another line.